Oh, I'm live, baby. We live. Hold on. In the building. It's going down. You already know who it is. You know what it be. It's Rob P in the place to be. Pasker Real Estate. I'm getting it in on the Saturday because Saturday is a good day to work. You know, it's a good day to get ahead, get some things done, connect with the people. But I just wanted to come through and just touch base with everybody. I dropped a status earlier this week that said if you want to become a homeowner, you know, like this status in 2018. And I had over 80 people love the status. So I just wanted to come on here and touch base. So if I tagged you to this live, it's because you like the status. And if you like that status, I want to do what I can do to help you reach that goal of homeownership in 2018. So that's what I do. I am the broker owner of Pasker Real Estate. I'm one of 3 brokers of color in Northwest Ohio. As far as I know, I'm the youngest broker with an independent company in Northwest Ohio. And I'm just out here really just trying to help some people. You know, this one is primarily for the home buyers. I work with home sellers as well. I take pride in getting property sold for top dollar in the fastest amount of time using innovative technology. But when it comes to working with buyers, you know, I take a lot of pride in helping families establish a financial foundation through real estate, through home ownership. You know, it's something that will create generational wealth for years to come. So if you in here, go ahead, like, love, share, follow, all of that. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna give you the rundown, you know, of what a real estate transaction looks like. Hold on. Here we go. We out here. We out here. It's going down. Okay. So whatever the case, yeah. So I'm over here on the computer right now at the same time. But I'm just excited for 2018, man. It's a lot going on, a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy going into the year. And it's just, I feel a lot of energy, just a lot of synergy, a lot of positivity towards the year. You know, 7 is a year of completion. I feel like for a lot of people, we got to a level where things that we've been working on and working towards for the future came to fruition. So I feel like, you know, 2018 is a good year to build on, you know, what we completed in 2017. So that's why, you know, I think this is going to be a big year for the home ownership rate here in Northwest Ohio. You know, I established my brokerage this past summer, and there's a lot of work to be done in order to get people who have been underserved in real estate into the game. So that's my main focus is you know, really closing that home ownership gap, serving the underserved, getting these millennials into the game as well. You know, we've been on the fence buying homes at a lower rate than anybody before us. So I think there's a lot of work to be done to really get us in the game and get us established. So I'm doing a lot of things. On the 18th, we have the Make This Your Last Year Renting home ownership workshop we got going on. We got Susan Jester coming through talking about down payment assistance. She's talking about what it takes to get qualified for a home loan, which is seems really mythical, like it's really hard to do, but it's really simple. So I'm not going to bore you with all those details today. Today we're going to talk about what a real estate transaction looks like. When I work with buyers, you know, I work with buyers from the beginning of the transaction, from when they realize that they want to be a homeowner, and helping them get their ducks in a row, giving them a game plan, helping them to figure out what they want, taking them through getting their pre-approval, looking at houses, putting in offers, negotiating, getting to the inspection, the appraisal, underwriting, all of that. And the best part is that I don't charge my buyers. Buyers don't pay me. I've never had as many buyers as I worked with. The multi-millions of dollars of real estate that I've sold working with buyers in Northwest Ohio, I never had one come out of pocket for my services. So it's really a labor of love. Although, you know, the commission is sweet, but that gets paid from the seller side. So my buyers don't worry about that. But, you know, I work with people who I like to work with. I work with people who are serious about, you know, making those goals happen. Because I don't like to waste my time. I don't think anybody likes to waste their time. But I really don't like wasting my time, because if I'm spending time on somebody, I can be spending that time on somebody else who's serious about becoming a homeowner. So like I said, first things first, before anything happens, you got to decide that you want to be a homeowner. And I mean, deciding to be a homeowner means, going from renting to owning, means, taking responsibility for your home, for your dwelling, for your space, owning a piece of God's green earth, and that's a decision that you have to make. Once that decision is made, it's just a matter of preparing to get pre-approved for a loan or having the cash ready to go out and purchase a home. So it's simple. If you got cash money, all you got to show is proof of funds. Show me the money in the bank. Bring a bank statement. We put in the offer. You show that bank statement. If you got a good offer, the seller accepts it. You have your inspection, and maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, you get the keys to your house. Simple as that. Real simple. Now, if you're going to get financed with a loan, of course, it's a little bit more red tape, but it's nothing that nobody's ever done before. If you want to get financed for a loan, you got to have your ducks in a row. They want to see at least 2 years of solid income, or solid employment, I should say. And if there are gaps in the employment, they want you to explain it. By the way, if you're in here, like, share, follow, comment, all that. Let me know you in the building. If I tagged you, it's because you said you wanted to become a homeowner in 2018. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I see my people in here. Rhea, Princess. Okay, we in the building. We out here. Zach Boland's in the building. Whatever the case, get your ducks in a row. You want to have solid employment. They want to see W-2s. They want to see tax returns. They want to see IRS statements, pay stubs. If you get child support, they can use that as income. They want to see your monthly debts. They want to see what you pay every month, whether it's credit card, whether it's a loan, student loans. They want to see all of that up front. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And what they do is they break it down to a debt-to-income ratio. Typically, they want to make sure that you're spending less than 48% of your income on monthly debts. Not bills, but debts, the reoccurring debt, the credit cards, the loans, so forth and so on, blase. Like I said, I'm not going to bore you with all of that getting qualified, because if you come next Wednesday or Thursday the 18th, every third Thursday, this Thursday the 18th, we're having Susan Jester to come talk about getting pre-approved for a loan, getting down payment assistance, getting your ducks in the row. She's even going to teach you how to pre-qualify yourself for a loan. So if you can qualify yourself, you're going to be in the game. Whatever the case, once you get that piece of paper, that pre-approval letter that's got that lender letterhead over the top, that's like cash in the bank. That's like money. So basically, based off your income and your debt, they're going to tell you how much home that you can afford. And what we'll do is I'll sit down. What I like to do is sit down and do a virtual tour. Let's figure out what neighborhoods you want to live in. Let's figure out how many bedrooms you need, how much space do you need, how many kids do you have, what type of lifestyle do you envision for them, what type of things do they like to do, what schools are you comfortable with them going to, where do you work at, how long of a commute are you comfortable with. There's so many different factors that goes into choosing the right house, but I believe it's just like with anything, any serious relationship in your life. You're going to have a long-term relationship with this property. So when you're starting a relationship, it's important to know what you don't want. It might sound negative, but if you know what you don't want, that can eliminate a lot of negativity, a lot of people, mainly in real estate, a lot of properties out the search. So we can cut down time. Let's not waste any time. If you know that you need more than 2 bedrooms, we're not looking at 2 bedrooms. You don't want to be on the east side, you don't want to be on the north. We're not looking on the east side or the north. Okay, you say you want your kids to go to a certain school. Maybe they've been at the school they're with for 3 years and they got 4 more years left, and you like the school, you like the principal, and you want them to stay there. All right, that's fine. We're going to stay in that school district. We're going to stay within that school zone and find you a house in that school zone. So that's what we do. We break it down. We do a virtual tour. And I'll be honest with you, inventory is historically low right now. There aren't a lot of houses for sale on the market compared to times in the past. But that doesn't mean that you won't find what you want. So I appreciate the love. Please send me the love. Send me the love. Like, share, comment, all of that, man. I want the more people I can help, the better. This is information. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is free. I give it out. I'm not stingy about mine. So yeah. So what I like to do, we can break it down. We do a virtual tour, like 30 homes. We see what's available on the market. Because like I said, again, at this point, you've made the decision to purchase. So we look at what's on the market and we go from there. Might be 30 homes that meet your criteria. You need a 3-bedroom home. in West Toledo, 3-bedroom home, 5 points. You need a garage. You got to have more than one bathroom. Okay, in your price range between $60,000 and $80,000. Okay, it might only be 30 homes that match that, but we can sit here on the computer, on the laptop, and your first showing is going to be on the computer. We're going to go through and look at, click through, and hopefully, you know, we come through and they're actually about maybe 10 to 15 different homes that you're truly interested in going out to see. So at that point, you know, I like to go through and I like to look at 3 to 4 houses a day. For me, I like to look at houses until you've seen enough to make a decision on the house that you truly are comfortable with. So you know, that's what I do. I just break it down. We look at 3 or 4 houses a day until you see enough houses to make a decision. Once you've made a decision, or 2 or 3, we write in offers. Now, writing the offer is very important. It's not as simple, Auntie Linda, I love you. It's not as simple as just, okay, well, I want a great deal, so I'm going to lowball this guy. I'm going to come in $10,000 less and see if he'll come back $5,000 more than what I offered him. It's not that simple. Like I said, we are in a market right now where inventory is low, and it's doubly low now because it's winter. You know, that'll go up in the spring. Inventory typically rises in the spring, typically goes up, incline into the summer, and towards the fall, start to decline again. So, I mean, if you're, right now you're in the stage of getting your ducks in a row, it might be a little bit better. Becca, shout out to Becca, shout out to Shalonda. Yeah, love y'all, most definitely. Whatever the case, inventory is low. So we don't have enough houses on the market compared to times in the past. What happened was during the crash back in 2008, there were a lot of foreclosures. A lot of people lost their homes. The biggest crash since the Great Depression. And with that being said, people were able to come in and buy these homes for pennies on the dollar. Kara, this is for you. And I mean, literally. So typically people stay in their houses for maybe 7 to 10 years before they upgrade and put their homes back on the market and upgrade. But because we had these investors from all over, California, New York, Canada, China, Australia, you had investors coming from all over, bringing that money and purchasing these homes in Toledo because they were so cheap. So now, instead of people moving and upgrading, these investors aren't selling their houses, so that creates a housing shortage. Therefore, that's something that we got to deal with today. So with that being said, it's just a basic economics, you know, scarcity. If there's scarcity, scarcity increases the price. It's economics, you know, lower supply equals higher demand. And if there's higher demand, that means there's higher prices. So prices are rising. So if you think you're about to get into the market and come in here and, you know, try to write an offer for 20% off, try to write an offer for 10%. The house is for $80,000 and you come in at 82. Now, here's the deal. You might be able to come in at 82 if the comps justify that, and that's my job as your realtor, is to give you the numbers. It's not about me. I don't tell you what to do. You can do whatever you want to do, but it's my job to make sure that you're informed, that you have the information that you need to make the best decisions for yourself and for your family. So, I mean, if a house is priced at $80,000, $79,900 in the neighborhood where homes are selling for $75,000, homes are selling for $80,000, I might be able to rock with that 82. Now, I might not be able to get you your closing costs paid for. I might not be able to negotiate for a home warranty if you're coming in that low. Because truly and honestly, when it comes to negotiation, everybody wants to win. Nobody wants to lose. I believe in creating win-win situations. Monique, what up, Monique? Welcome. Happy New Year, Monique. Whatever the case, negotiations, I believe in creating win-win situations. I don't believe that somebody has to lose in order for somebody to win when it comes to negotiating real estate. So let's take it back. So if it's priced at $80,000 in a neighborhood where homes are selling for 80, 85, maybe even 90, and you talking about coming in at 72, I'm not gonna be able to help you. Now we can put it in. I will put the offer in. I will put the offer in for you. I'll do it, but don't get mad when you don't get it and somebody else gets the house. So a lot of the times, you know, it's not worth playing around. If you can get a home for more than 10% off the asking price, if you can get a home for more than 5% off the asking price, I think that's a good deal. But I also think it's a good deal if you can get a home at fair market value and get your closing costs paid for and get a home warranty to make sure that you're not going to have to come out your pocket thousands of dollars in the case that something goes wrong with the house in that first year. I think that's a good deal as well. Yeah, and I mean, there are people that look for foreclosures and whatnot. Foreclosures, you know, you can find you some great deals. You can find you some instant equity. Tasha, I'm getting with you. You can find you some instant equity in the foreclosures, but I'll be honest, you know, unless that's something that you've done in the past, unless you got somebody that you truly trust to do the work, foreclosures are a pain. They're a pain in the butt, a pain in the wazoo. And I mean, I like for my clients to be able to get something, move into it, be comfortable, not have to put no more money into it, not have to have a money pit. So let's move forward. So now you put your offer in. We negotiate the offer. Boom, boom. You get your closing costs paid for. Meaning you do have your down payment. Your down payment is going to differ based off the type of loan that you get. There's different types of loans. Your down payment can be as low as zero down. It can be as high as 20. You know, it's different loans. But if you want to know more about that, come to my event. Come to the Homeownership Workshop this third Thursday, the 18th, here at the office. From 6 to 7:30, we're going to have Susan Jester coming through from First Federal Bank, talking about, you know, down payment assistance, getting qualified for a loan, the different loan types that people qualify for, all of that. But we're not going to get into loans. We're going to talk about once you get your offer accepted. So you get your offer accepted. Now what? Wow, the offer is accepted. That's exciting, right? Big whoop, but don't get too excited because a lot of deals fall through, you know, between offer acceptance and period. They just fall through. A lot of deals fall through. So, you know, once you get your offer accepted, there's still a long ways to go. First things first, you want to put in your earnest money deposit. Earnest money deposit, I like to call it, you know, skin in the game, consideration. I mean, contract law, typically there's nothing, a contract isn't valid unless something of value is exchanged. In real estate, we use the earnest money deposit. In most cases, depending on the price range, if it's under $100,000, you could probably, you know, put in a $500 earnest money deposit. And what happens is you'll put that money in escrow with the title company. The title company does all the lien searches and does all the rights to deed and all this good stuff for you at closing. But you'll put the earnest money deposit in escrow, and what happens is that money's there, that $500 is there, and it's going to be there to the end of the transaction. And at the end of the transaction, that earnest money deposit will go towards your down payment. Again, if you're watching, like, share, follow. If you're astounded, throw some wows. If you love it, give me some hearts. I need that energy. Let me know y'all in the building. So earnest money is down. Boom. Typically, you get 3 days to put in that earnest money deposit. When I write contracts for my clients, I typically write their contracts with a 15-day inspection period. So for 15 days, you can send anybody in there. You can send contractors in there. You can send, if you want to send your family, you want to send your dad in there to check it out. You know, you want to send inspectors, contractors in there to give you quotes. You have that inspection period to go in there and do what you need to do. Now, say for instance, stuff comes, of course, no house is perfect. Keep in mind, you know, you're going to have your inspection. No house is perfect. No matter what house you get, there's going to be something that you're going to have to do. And that's just what it is, you know. That's just what it is. No house is perfect. So when you have your inspection, it's not about does the house pass inspection or does it fail inspection. It's more so, are you comfortable with moving forward with the house with the given condition of the house? It's not about pass or fail. So, you know, you got to get that out of your psyche. It's more so of, can I deal with that? Can I move forward with that? So, for instance, if there's a roof, say you got a leaky roof, you might not want to deal with a leaky roof. But what if I can negotiate for you to get a roof allowance, a roofing allowance, where the seller will give you $4,000 towards repairing the roof? You might like that. You might work for you. It might not. And if it don't work for you, if the roof comes back, you don't want to deal with the roof. You know, we write up a inspection release. You get your earnest money back out of escrow, and we keep it moving until we find a house that you do like. Say for instance, there's some plumbing issues, a couple leaks in the house. You got some outlets that aren't working. You might have a window that's broken. Those little stuff like that that you don't think that if you're paying top dollar for the property that you should have to deal with. Jamie, happy birthday. What up, what up, what up? But if stuff like that comes back that you don't feel that you should have to deal with paying top dollar for a property, what I'll do is, like, it's just all negotiations. I'll negotiate, you know, to get the property where you want it. You know, if you want to get that stuff fixed, I'll write something up and request that the seller fix it. The seller can say no. There's no guarantees. You know, everything is negotiable in real estate. But you know, if it's reasonable, more than likely I can get you what you need if it's reasonable. If they say yes, they'll fix it. They might say no. If they say no, we can try to talk them down on price to get some type of allowance for you to fix and remedy those issues. If they say no again, you either take it or leave it. You know, either you're going to take it how it is or you walk away. But as long as we do it within that inspection period, you know, you're going to be all right. So let's just say they agree to fix it. Boom. Thank you. Thank you for being a gracious seller. I mean, you came with a reasonable offer, and you think it's only fair that if you're going to move into this house that you shouldn't have to deal with this, you know, moving in. Boom. All right. So they agree to fix what you need to fix. And next is the appraisal. Now, if you're paying with a cash money, there's no appraisal to worry about. You're good to go. You know, at that point, after the inspection period, you let the title company finish up with their title searches, lien searches, making sure nobody's owed money on the house, and then you close. Schedule a closing, you get your keys, and keep it moving. If you ain't here, like, share, comment. Let me know you're in the building. All of that. I love that. Love that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The appraisal, though. So you have the inspection for yourself. The inspection tells you what condition the property is in. As far as the appraisal is concerned, the appraisal tells the bank if the property is worth the amount of the loan that they're about to give you. So, let's say for instance, and it's been a little funky lately with the market. You know, I've been seeing some low appraisals. I've been dealing with some low appraisals here in 2017 and the year prior. And that's something that's getting better as time moves on. So let's say for instance, you get that $80,000 house. If the appraisal comes back and the appraiser says the house isn't worth more than $75,000, you might be in a pickle. You might be in a pickle. Now, in that case, it's one of two things can happen. One of three things, really. The seller can just take the price cut and say, all right, well, the bank's not going to give me more than $75,000 for the house. I'll take the 75 and keep it moving. And that's that. Or the seller might be stubborn and say, oh, well, I'm not coming out $5,000. Either you come up with that $5,000 or I'm not going to sell the property. Which is a risk because for most, like, you know, if somebody has an FHA loan, that appraisal is going to stay with the house for at least 6 months. And it is what it is. So, or if you both disagree to meet halfway, the deal will be dead. And that's that. You get your earnest money back and you keep it moving. But let's just say, you know, you got the house under contract for $80,000 and the house appraises for $83,000. That's perfect. Guess what? You know, you're through. You got through that step. The next step is underwriting. Underwriting, which might be the most emotionally taxing aspect of buying a home. Underwriting is when the loan company actually writes your loan. They actually look at your financial information. They go through bank statements. They go through W-2s, IRS, tax forms, all of that good stuff. All of that good stuff. Yeah. You already know what it is, Kara. But yeah, and I mean, they put you under a microscope. They go through with a fine-tooth comb to see your financial situation. And if there are any gaps, if they have any questions, don't be surprised if they come back and ask you for 40 more pieces of documentation and paperwork in order to verify, you know, what you told them. Andre Lewis, bing, bing, in the building. But whatever the case, don't be surprised, man. I've had to talk clients off of a ledge, man. I've had clients willing to just end the transaction, walk away from their earnest money. I've had clients like claim discrimination, you know, because they felt like they were being scrutinized. But I'm just here to tell you that it's not atypical. It's actually pretty common, unless you like squeaky clean. expect for them to be asking you for some stuff, asking you for verification of this, verification of that, asking you where this money went. They're looking at the paper trails and everything. So I mean, that could take an extra 2 weeks. And then after that, once the underwriting is done and they feel comfortable with what you got going on, you get it clear to close, and that's when you can celebrate. When you get that clear to close, it's amazing. It's truly amazing. It's like 3 days later, you go to the closing table. So I like when I get clear to closes. My clients like when they get clear to closes. It's exciting. And then at the closing table, we go. You sign all your paperwork. You bring a check. The title company will tell you how much to bring to the closing table. You're gonna have to get a check for that. Get a cashier's check. No personal checks unless it's less than $1,000. I know they just changed the law here, but get you a cashier's check from the bank. Title company will let you know. You bring that. You come through to the closing table. I'm going to drink some coffee. I'm going to eat some cookies. I'll offer you some coffee and cookies as well. It'll be a nice environment, and we'll celebrate. Now, depending on if the home is owner-occupied or if it's vacant, you'll get your keys now at the closing table, or if it's vacant or if it's owner-occupied, in most cases you have to wait 30 days until after close to get your keys. And that's that. That's a real estate transaction. So it's a lot to it. It's very simple in essence, but there are a lot of different moving parts to purchasing a home. And Carlotta, this is for you. But it's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of people involved. We're talking realtors, not just me. We're talking the other agent in the deal, if there's another agent. We're talking inspectors. We're talking appraisers. We're talking lenders. We're talking underwriters. We're talking title, escrow assistants. We're talking, closing officers. We're talking attorneys. It's just so many people, so many moving parts. But that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. That's what my team is here for, to make it really simple for you, to make sure that you get through this transaction as smooth as possible, saving time, saving money, and to be as emotionally, the least emotionally taxing as can be, because purchasing a home can be stressful. And that's okay, but this one is going to be your biggest purchase. For most people, purchasing a home is like the biggest purchase of their whole entire lives. So, I thank my clients who I've worked with thus far for trusting me and helping them through their process. And, I've gotten great feedback, with my service. I take pride in my service. I know I'm not perfect. I ain't going to claim that I'm perfect, but I try. I do my best, to make sure that my clients know what they need to know, and to make sure that they covered and that they're not falling into any traps or pitfalls. And I've done a good job thus far. Before I did real estate, I was a teacher, of course. I still have my substitute teacher license because I love the kids. Rob love the kids love Rob. But whatever the case, I also did fine dining. So, taking my fine dining skills and, working in restaurants, I really tailor it to the experience and just figuring out, what you're here for. What are your tastes? What are you after? I present to you what's available, and then, I get you through the process as far as in the teaching aspect, making sure that you have all the information that you need to know in order to make the best decisions for yourself and for your family. So that's the home buying process in the whole nutshell. That's what I do. I do it day in, day out, and I also sell homes, and I love getting homes. So you see that sign in the corner right there? Boom. I put that bad boy in yards, and I get them homes sold. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But that's what I do. If you wanted more information, go ahead and get that home buyer's guide. I put it in the link. It's not even up, but whatever the case, I'm gonna drop that link in the comments. Get that home buyer guide, and if you like that status, I'm gonna be in touch. I'm hitting you up. I'm gonna be in that inbox. I'm coming. And if you need help, if you're trying to make it happen, I'm here to make you happen, because that's what I do. I believe that whatever the mind can conceive, the man can achieve. And if you put some persistence, with some effort and some dedication, there are no limits in life and with anything. But I believe that owning your home is a foundation. It's the best thing that you can do to create a foundation for yourself and for your family. Outside of food and water, there's nothing more important than having your shelter. So that's what I do. If you got any questions, I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. About to get it in real quick. Make this your last year renting every third Thursday. Now, I'm gonna put something out there because I know I've been doing them on Thursdays for about a year now, and I get good turnouts on Thursdays, I'm not going to lie, but I'm also open to switching it up and trying a different day this next season to see if we can get some different people or maybe get a different crowd because I know a lot of people work on Thursdays. I know a lot of people have things going on Thursdays where they can't make it. So maybe on the weekend, on a Saturday or something like this, I can get something going for you all. Whatever the case, I dropped the foreclosure list a day ago. If you're interested to see what's on the market as far as foreclosures are concerned, go like my Pasker real estate page. It's all on the Pasker real estate page. I got over 60 foreclosures, priced $3,000 and up for sale right now. That list changes every day. But if you see something on that list, you're interested in, holler at me because I will go and check it out for you. Get that Pasker Real Estate app. Like I said, once again, go to my page. You can click that link. And we just out here, man. I'm out here to get it. Out here to help some people get it as well. If I got any agents that's watching right now, come on with it, man. We need help. It's a movement right now. You know, we working to put some. We working to increase community wealth through home ownership, and you know. Right now, there's so many people out here that's identified themselves as people who want to own homes this year that I can't do it all by myself. I'm not even gonna lie, but you know that as a broker, that's what I do. I bring it in. So I mean, I got the table set. So if you're interested in getting your real estate license as well, come on with it. I got the game, and I give it to you in a nutshell and make it really easy for you to hit the ground running. Because that's what I do, man. I believe that teamwork makes the dream work. And all of that. But I'm excited, man. Andre Lewis, I'm trying everything I can to not be the universal receptor. Because I can't be that. But I'm a hustler, like the songs say. But I'm just out here. It's 2018, you know, just trying to... I said my word for the year is synergy. What up, cuz? I got my cuz from Chi-Town in the building. What up, Angela? What up? But I said my word for 2018 is synergy, you know, synergizing my relationships, you know, working hand in hand with the people that I'm closest to in order to help us all achieve our mutual goals, you know, and our mutual dreams. Because that's what it's about, you know, teamwork make the dream work. We can work and we can work, and we can work and we can work. But if, you know, they say if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, take a team with you, and that's what I'm on. I'm all about building that team. And I got my dude in the building, Andy. What up, Andy? Hey, dude. Central Catholic's finest is in the building right now. CCHS class of 05 is going down. Them fighting Irish. You already know, and if you didn't know, now you familiar. But we out here, Pasker Real Estate, and that's what I'm here for, man. If anybody ever has any questions, holler at me. If you know somebody that's looking to get into the game or looking to purchase or sell, holler at me. 419homefinder.com. Gotta love that, man. But I'm just grateful. You know, I'm blessed to be in this position. You know, when I was like in 7th and 8th grade, when I was younger, I always wanted to be a business owner. I don't think I ever had an idea of I never said I wanted to be a real estate business owner, but I said I wanted to be a business owner, and that's always been what I've been on. My dad, when I was younger, he would give me send me subscriptions of entrepreneur magazines and whatnot. Sipping on some matcha, by the way. But so I mean, this is a progression. Real estate is not my first business. It's my best business. It's my most successful business. This matcha though, that's one of my businesses as well. Although I don't pump it, but stay tuned. Matcha's coming. Don't sleep. Go Matcha Go is coming. It's coming. But for now, you know, I really want to work with the people and work with the community. Right now, primarily focused on Northwest Ohio. I am in Central Ohio. I have plans to be in Northeastern Ohio before the year is out. But you know, this is my home base. I lived in Columbus for 6 years, and you know, I moved back to Toledo with a mission, and my mission was to establish myself, my business, and establish my family in Northwest Ohio, because that's my hometown. And wherever I go, I rep Toledo. You know, people that don't know Toledo, they got a good idea of Toledo from me, because I put on Glass City, Cash City, T-Town, stay down. We from the mud, it goes down. And wherever I go is 419 or nothing. That's I let them know. So, and they look at me like I'm crazy, like this dude is repping Toledo. It's Toledo, but Toledo made me who I am, you know. And I love Toledo. I love so many different things about Toledo. I love the cost of living in Toledo is very cheap. You get so much bang for your buck here in Northwest Ohio. It's amazing. I love the amenities that we have. We have some world-class amenities, from the zoo to the art museum to the University of Toledo, which is a great resource. You know, we're right here on the Great Lakes, and just stay tuned. Just pay attention to what's going on with water and the water supply throughout the states, and just watch to see how people start to migrate towards freshwater sources. I believe that Toledo's going to rebound. I believe that Toledo is on its way back, and I believe that we're moving in the right direction here in Toledo. I love Toledo's location, you know, as far as the states are concerned. As far as distribution, this is one of the greatest distribution points in North America, in the United States of America. We have a highway going from Canada all the way to the tip of Florida, and we have a highway going from ocean to ocean, all running through Toledo. Toledo Express Airport is one of the, if not the busiest cargo airport, and we also have some of the busiest train rails in the whole nation. So there's a lot going on, and not to mention that we have a river from which we can export globally, you know, from Toledo. So I believe that Toledo was slept on by the masses. Now, the people that's got the bread, the people that know, they know, and I mean, their money is invested here. But the masses, the people that are from here, the people that live here and work here, we have yet to take advantage of Toledo like it needs to be taken advantage of. And the thing is, the time is now, because after a while here, we're gonna be outpriced. We're gonna be gentrified. So it's like, yo, I want to have my hand in that pot before it happens. I need parts, if you know what I mean. I need parts ASAP, like T.I. said. But I love Toledo, man. Shout out to all my people. Shout out to my people, man. I got a small circle. I got a very small circle, but you know, my circle out here winning. We're all industrious. We're all entrepreneurs, and we winning, man. So shout out to my people. Shout out to my boy Mike Robb, 4th and Gold Training, man. It was all a dream, and this is all a dream, and now it's a reality, you know. Shout out to my boy Lance, getting it in. JSSW Investments, my guy Blair. You know, we out here. Shout out to my brother Jaron Duhart. He out here, 4th and Gold. Premier Highlight. Shout out to my mom, Brenda Duhart, Par Excel Events. You know, we out here building. You know, and it's about. Yeah, do we want to be? We want to be rich, yeah, and we gonna get there one day. But for right now, it's about establishing our independence and bringing in some multiple streams of income, in order for us to get to the next level. You know, I believe all money in, make it flip. You know, I get the bag and you get the bag and fumble it. I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. That's what I'm working on 2018. No games 2018 is going down. Just looking to, like I said, just get some people in the game, trying to help some people out, trying to build some business, just trying to make Toledo a better place to live. You know, make Toledo a better place. Make Toledo a place that my grandkids will want to live one day. And I'm going to be here, though I may go and be in other markets. I may even go across seas, and, you know, you might catch me in East Africa, you know, kicking it on my compound. This will always be home. This will always be the Camelot. Always, 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 always. Because I love Toledo, and Toledo loved me, and it made me who I am. Yes, yes. Who in the building? Show me some love. What's really good? Who's in the building? Who's there? Who's watching? Hey, buying a house is scary. There's a lot of emotions involved with it, but if you want to make it happen, we can make it happen. I'm going to go through it. I'm hitting everybody up. It's going down. It's going down. I'm coming through. I'm your home buying coach. I'm going to be in your dreams telling you, yeah, budget, yeah, save, yeah, pay down that debt. Let's talk about credit real quick. Real quick, we can talk about some credit while we're here, because I like that. We got Bola in the building. Credit is very important. If you want to buy a house, you want to get a loan, you gotta have credit. You know, most lenders want you at a 620 middle score. On a scale from 350 to 900, a 620 ain't that phenomenal. You know, you just gotta really get your stuff in order, pay your bills on time. You want to use credit. I see a lot of people that I come in contact with, they talk about, you know, they want to purchase a home, but they don't use credit. So they don't necessarily have bad credit, but they don't necessarily have good credit either because they don't use credit. So, I mean, if you're watching this and you want to buy a house before the year is out, get you a card, get you a secured card, even if it's for $200. Get you a secured card, keep that balance below 30% of the maximum. I would even say keep that balance below 10% of the maximum for the optimal points. But what they do is they look at your credit utilization ratio and they look at how much credit that you have available to use versus how much credit that you actually have. So get that balance right. You know, you got to keep that credit right. You know, so keep them credit balances down. Use credit. If you're not using credit, who's going to trust you to use credit? If you can't prove that you can use credit responsibly, who's going to go give you $50,000 to buy a house if you can't even show that you can use a $200 credit card responsibly? So think about it from that perspective. If you want to hack, get you a secure loan. You know, take $1,000 to the bank. Tell them you want to secure a loan. They'll give you a loan worth $1,000, and just tell them that you want to pay that loan out of the account that $1,000 is in. And boom, you're building credit on autopilot. So with that, not only do you have a credit card already, which is your revolving debt, you also have a secure loan, which is now installment debt. So those two different types of debt is really going to help you boost your credit score, help you boost some points, because you're diversifying the type of credit that you're using. So like I said, if you want to buy a house, use credit. Don't be afraid of credit. They say I say cash is king. They say cash is king, which it is. I'll take cash any day. Who don't want cash? But credit is power, and you want to use other people's money. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. All day, every day. If I got it available, yeah, I'm not gonna use mine. Because that's what the kings did. That's what they did. You know, if you ever watch like Scrooge McDuck or you ever watch old cartoons, the kings and the royalty, the queens, they would keep all their gold and all their booty and all of that stashed in a room while they using everybody else's money. They living life off of people's taxes, or, you know. So yeah, cash is king, but credit is power. And if you really want to live a life of your dreams, put yourself in a position where you can live on credit. And I'm not saying use it irresponsibly. There's a way to responsibly use credit. You can use credit to start a business. You can use credit to travel the world. You can use credit to send your kids to college, which is one of the biggest draws of purchasing a home, is being able to build equity up in the home, using your home as a bank, and using that to finance your dream. You know, finance the life that you want to live. And a lot of people are doing that. You know, but if you don't own, you more than likely, if you don't own your home, more than likely you have a negative net worth. And if you have a negative net worth, you know, you stuck in the rat race. What you gonna do? You gonna work, you gonna pay your bills, and try to save up whatever's left, and then, you know, it's gonna be pretty hard for you to get to where you wanna be. But if you paying on that house for a handful of years and you got that equity, you go to the bank, and you get some appreciation, go to the bank, and the bank come back and tell you that the home has risen in price. Let's say, for instance, you got a house. Let's say you got a $100,000 house. Let's keep it simple, and you're paying on that. You're paying $700 a month. Let's keep it simple. Let's just say $250 of that each month is going towards the equity of the house. You know, after 1 year, that's $2,500. After 5 years, that's about $1,250. That's about $12,000 now. The bank, and then that's not to mention if you have equity, and that's not equity, but appreciation. Homes appreciate in different neighborhoods at different rates. So if you got that equity, the bank will give you a credit card with the amount of equity that you have in the house, which is an equity line of credit, which is amazing. That's how people are using their houses as a bank. Some people are paying on their house or pay their debt down and then go get an equity line of credit, go buy some buildings, go start a business. All of that stuff, man. So, you know, real estate is the key, man. America was built for landowners. America was built for entrepreneurs. And if you didn't know that, it's ever so evident now with Trump in office. If you ain't been paying attention to that tax plan, America's made for entrepreneurs. America's made for homeowners, landowners. So get with the program, get with it or get left. You know, if you want to live in serfdom for the rest of your life, you can. You know, but you don't have to. You know, because right now it's a lot of programs out there making it easy for folks. Like for instance, if you got the credit score and you make less than $50,000, more than likely you qualify for a zero down loan, which I had one of my clients use, and she only had to bring $800 to the closing table. Most people had to bring more than that just to rent a property. So if you can buy a house and get your keys for $800, that's amazing. That is amazing. Come on, man. It's an opportunity. It's a huge opportunity, and say take advantage of the opportunity. You know. But I like the song, all about the Benjamins. Now, what y'all want to do? Want to be ballers, shot callers, brawlers, who be dipping in the bins with the spoilers. On the lope from the Jake and the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some grants like Horace. Yeah. What's up? Who in the building? Who in the building? Show me some love. Show me some hearts. Follow, like, share, all of this, all of that. You already know who it is. You know what it be. It's Rod P, and the place to be. Pasker Real Estate, New Millennium Real Estate Services. We on a whole new wave. It's a whole nother vibe. It's a vibe. Get with it or get left, baby. It's a vibe. Catch the wave and ride it, because it's going down. We looking to push that homeownership rate right now. If you didn't know, there is a huge homeownership gap in Northwest Ohio right now. And per the 2010 U.S. Census, we're due for another one in a couple of years. But per the 2010 U.S. Census, 72% of Toledo white households own their homes, while only 36% of Toledo black households own their homes. So what does that say? Like, come on. Why? What's up with that? So with that homeownership gap, how does that homeownership gap affect the wealth gap? And how does that health gap affect that wealth gap? How does that affect the health gap? How does that affect the education gap? And how does that change or affect the wealth gap generationally moving forward? I mean, it's very well documented. It's a no-brainer that, you know, homeowners have a higher net worth than non-homeowners. So I mean, what I'm out here doing I'm out here. It's a business. I'm out here to sell houses, and I don't sell houses. You know, I don't. People choose houses. I can't sell nobody no house. I'm gonna sell you a house. Now, if you fall in love with a house, that's on you. You know, that's something that you choose to do. But you know, I can't sell nobody a house. So whatever the case, I'm out here to help. You know, this is my mission. This is my vision. Is affecting the markets that I work in, and increasing the homeownership rate, and increasing the wealth, and lowering that wealth gap. You know, increasing the net worth of the communities that I work in through homeownership, and it works. And it's oh man. Sipping on that matcha. But we in here, we're in the building. If you got any questions, holler at me. Holler at me, because I'm going in. I'm on the laptop. Keep it hot. Got all about the Benjamins playing in the background. What you know about that? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to log off because y'all not even rocking with me no more. So we got to... Hey, who in the building? Who in the building? Who in the building? We live. We live. We in the office and we live. We in the office and we live. Hey. Get money. Get money. Get money. Get money. What up? Who in the building? Well, give me some love. Say what's up. What's up? 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 All right, I'm leaving. I'm Chuck and the Deuce. Until next time, like my page, all of that.